Welcome back to another episode of Say Less. Thanks to Westpac, we are spotlighting a player every week. This week we've got in one of our good teammates and friends, Jasmin Strange. She's got a bit of an interesting story, but I love that she absolutely owns everything that she does. We get to hear more about her. That's all thanks to Westpac and our player spotlight.
So good chatting with Jazzy. I think there's so much to her that a lot of people wouldn't know, and we got to find out a fair bit about her. And I think we're her teammates and we didn't know some of the stuff. Yeah. So it was so good chatting about more off-field stuff than usual. And thank you Westpac for giving us that time.
Yeah, I think everyone knows she's such a big presence on social media, and they think that they really know her because she shares so much of her life. So to be able to dive a little bit deeper and to really get to know her, and I've known her growing up.
You
so
grew up with her on the Central Coast.
Yeah, so being able to tell a little bit of her, spill a little bit of her secrets. So listen to this episode and you'll find out a little bit more, all thanks to Westpac.
Thanks to Westpac for always bringing the footy. Okay, before we introduce our guest, Jazz Strange, Keeley, can you just tell us how you just thought that there was no such thing as cold coffee until 2 years ago?
Yeah, well, when I first started drinking coffee, I didn't know.
Are you right? You
had the whole time to take your big bloody puffer coat off, and you decide when we hit record, I'll take it off now.
Yes.
Also, you look like a basketballer or something.
I look like
she was going for PE school teacher.
It's really hard working out what's appropriate to wear to schools. You can't wear tights, you can't wear singlets. I don't have that many clothes, so I'm going to have to buy one.
Well,
yeah. I look like
last week you weren't on the pod. We got dozens of messages saying, bring back Keeley. Where is Keeley? We need her back.
What is Keeley doing now?
What's she doing?
What
What's
is
more important?
I said, well, she's running the whole rugby league program
At Matraville. They need her. Yeah. And then I spoke about Ted Lasso. Ted Lasso, sorry. And Koenig had no idea what I was talking about. Keeley, do you know what Ted Lasso is?
Vaguely. It's about
so you've never watched it, though?
No, I've never watched
Oh, my God.
Okay,
what about Jazz?
I have no idea.
Okay. Never mind.
Must
you guys
be an age thing.
No, it's new. It's a new show. It's just come out over the last couple of years.
You should watch it. I haven't.
I feel like it's very It's very
You know, I don't have time to watch silly shows.
Oh, just 7 hours of scrolling.
Busy lady.
12 hours of Housewives.
I haven't watched it in weeks now. Anyway.
Wow.
I haven't.
Anyway, enough jibber jabber. We've got a new guest in today. Thanks to Westpac. We love to bring in a new guest every week, and we thought, you know what? It's time for the Roosters. Let's bring in the big dog, Jasmin Strange. Welcome, Jazzy.
Thanks for having me, girls.
Thanks for coming in. And this is an early episode too. Usually
I was already late, so
you
were on time for us.
I was actually
on time.
just thinking, you are not a morning person.
I'm not a morning person. I woke up this morning about 7:20 and went,
I cancel.
I'm here now.
Thanks.
Well, thank you very much. We appreciate it. Because Keely's got to get to coaching. We've got to do some game changer programs.
Pretty much coaching as well.
Afterwards, yeah. So we thought we need to make this earlier. And you were here. Seriously, that's on time for us, a couple of minutes past.
Yeah.
Keely, I was literally pulling up. I was like, hey, does anyone want a coffee? Keely's like, how are you already there? I checked Keely's maps. She's over near training, the total opposite direction.
It sent me that way, maps did.
And you come here every week to film?
Yeah, I do, but I just follow maps because it's traffic, you don't know in Sydney. So trust maps. But I will say, I got here still before you.
No, I was here before you.
I walked past you.
I was getting a ticket for my car. I genuinely and I
Did you
sat
park on the street?
I sat in the car for I reckon 4 minutes.
Why
and I
did
saw
you
you
do
drive
that?
past. Because
She
I
was
was
waiting
waiting
for
for the
you.
guy. Another guy was getting a ticket. I didn't want to stand behind him.
Okay.
Anyway, well,
So
I just followed maps.
No, you definitely didn't get here. I beat you by 5
All
points.
right. I've noticed you two a little bit of bickery lately. I don't know if it's a little bit close.
You tell me.
The coffee.
Last night as well. So we've just had Magic Round on the weekend. You guys played the second game on Saturday against the Tigers. And I tell you what, I've never, ever, ever seen weather like that. Was it a 30-minute delay for lightning strike? How was the game?
38 minutes?
38 minutes.
Is that how long we're in the sheds for?
I think so.
Oh My God.
Well, when me and Tyna come back out after the lightning break, she come over to me and I just said, Tyna, can we cuddle? And then we were literally just out on the field. Because why did they not send Joss out to kick that goal first?
I know.
Because we've been in the sheds for how long? Joss is out there, the ball's fallen off the tee.
Jess
and
has
we're
got to
just
run
sitting
over.
there.
Her like knees, like she's limping over to hold the ball.
Tyna and I are just cuddling, shivering.
Oh my
You know
God.
what? That is a great shout because that would have made so much more sense.
Yeah, we were
Send the
sitting out there
kicker out.
shivering for ages.
Honestly, that was honestly like, if you were there or if you were watching, I'm sure it didn't, if on telly it wouldn't have looked as bad as it was, but it was literally bucketing down sideways. The wind was another level. The thunder and lightning, like it was just non-stop.
Oh, do you know what the worst thing was? And I don't think many people would think about this. Rima Butler looked at me and she goes, Jazz, are my eyes red? And I looked at her. Oh, she goes, Jazz, are your eyes stinging? And I looked at her. Her eyes are bright red. And all of the hair gel had washed down her face into her eyes from all of the rain. Because I actually thought about it.
Yes, well, been there, done that. That happened to me in Origin this year, and it was the most
at
painful
Allianz
experience
with the
of my
weather?
life. Was it? No, it was Newcastle.
That was the second game, wasn't it?
Was it?
Allianz, yeah.
I think it could have been Newcastle as well.
Okay, well, it was in Origin. Sorry, I didn't mean
was
to,
terrible because I was like, I just remember
It like weeps
I was
Her
like
eyes were bright red.
spitting. I feel like I've never felt worse. Like on TV, on the TV screen. Because I just was spitting every 2 seconds and it was disgusting.
Yeah, that was me in the warm-up
So
too.
there
It was
was-
just
yeah.
getting, I don't know how to get in your mouth.
The
like-
rain.
The rain just
melts.
gets
Through
your
your
hair and
nose
then-
or something, I don't know.
No.
It was actually just
Would just
disgusting.
through the eyes. Anyway, so
Not
I didn't put any hair gel in, any hairspray.
Oh,
in
but
at the
even
start.
like, because every step you would take, like it was just water everywhere. So like it was just mud all on the ground. But to be honest, the ground actually held up pretty well considering the weather in 6 games. But when people's face hit the ground, it's just like mud,
honestly,
water. It was
I'm glad we
horrible.
were the first day.
What was it like in the sheds? Because then, like, you know, I think it was kind of close-ish, you know, like there wasn't much in it when you guys went in for the lightning break. That was just after the first half, wasn't it? What was it like coming out from that? Because what did Strange have to say? Because, like, sometimes you can, like, dip a bit or you didn't, but, like.
I didn't really say too much, hey, because I feel like I was a little bit skeptical about staying focused, but then the break was so long. We were just playing bang and like eyes up games and
Yeah, see,
listening
I
to
was the
music.
opposite. I remember seeing on TV, I think when I was at Knights, and then the Roosters and another team were in the sheds, and I can't remember which game it was, but one of the teams was in the shed, like head noise as
Parramatta,
with their
Newcastle.
hands down,
Yeah.
and then Newcastle was in there dancing. So as soon as we got into the sheds, I was like, girls, get in a circle, we're playing bang, because we didn't know how long we were going to be in there for as well. So keeping the NO up, I think, was pretty important.
That was that game at the girls' game when the ambulance officer, the
ambulance
ambulance
wasn't
didn't
there,
turn
yeah.
up, and there was like a
Yeah.
40-minute delay
Yeah.
again. 100%.
That was my thoughts. I just keep the NO up.
Yeah.
'cause
I feel like because the last few weeks we've not done super well in the second half of the game, everybody was
Yeah,
like
it was a
very
big
focused
emphasis.
on like,
Yeah.
let's not do that again.
Well, everyone was also
regardless.
having like caffeine gum in that in the halftime. Izzy said she didn't get to sleep till 1 o'clock because she had like another no-dose
Another
and
one.
Yeah.
caffeine gum.
Yeah.
Well, she's bloody running 300 metres and scoring like 10 tries and stuff.
Keep doing that.
Keep doing it. Sorry, you won't get any sleep, Izzy. But Jazz, let's chat a little bit about, obviously, you've got a very, I know everyone says this, you've got a very big rugby league family. Your dad is our coach. Strangey, your brother Ethan, your little brother
My
Ethan.
little brother, my little big brother.
Yeah. Was the focus always on him because like there was a pathway for him, obviously, like your dad was coaching all through the ranks. There would have been a little bit for girls, but not too much. So was it always like Ethan's going to be the footballer in the family?
Well, the focus was always on Ethan with footy because I didn't like footy. So Ethan played from under 6s, and then because Dad and Ethan were so obsessed with it, like they'd have it on in the lounge room at home and I'd just get out of the lounge room and go like making myself homework or something. I was actually just a full nerd until I was like 14 or 15. Like I only did athletics, but yeah, there wasn't really a pathway for women, so it wasn't like a thing that I looked into. But yeah, myself and some of the sisters of Ethan's teammates decided to go play like a random AFL game, and we did that, and I was like actually quite aggressive, and I was like, oh, this is actually
I didn't know I had this in me.
Didn't know I had this in me, getting my aggression out, and Dad's like, I think you should play footy. And then it was actually me and Liv, we went and played in the Nines tournament at Newcastle, and then we got scouted by Newcastle Tasha Girl. That was our pathway into
But Strangey was actually our first coach back then.
He wasn't coaching then though.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was just a landscaper.
He was just putting his hand up doing charity work, and
He just recognised talent in Liv and Web. I'm going to claim that. We'll claim that early.
it was so funny. One of our first training sessions, we were 16. We were 16, yeah. We do the drills that we do now, and I remember this one drill, and we used to play with Izzy's cousin Cody Mellon, and it was where you run at each other, just one-on-one, like get around and just run at each other.
100% contact.
Your first games. It was
with
seriously
no tackle.
one of our first drills we did. Anyway, Izzy's cousin has just go around going, I'm not fucking doing that. And then I was just like, yeah, I don't want to do that either. It was so funny.
It's so unnatural if you haven't done that, and to like just
and
the technique and
I
everything.
don't think anyone realised like how much we were missing tackle tech wise, because we hadn't like grown up playing, especially like your school played it like for school sport, but my school didn't do that.
We only played sevens, and that was the year. So yeah, we were actually terrible at defence, but it was 9-a-side, so you could just get away with it.
You just scored way more tries.
Yeah, you just let them get around you and then tackle them on the side.
I was half coming through. Like in that first year, Tash Girls 5'8", that has on my plaque 5'8", but that was just so that I could get the ball and run and score, because no one could pass. So like I would just have to get the ball. Like, because no one would pass it to me if I wasn't 5'8".
Jazz, I have a photo versing you in Tasha Gale.
What?
Yeah.
In my blue headgear.
With the blue headgear.
Didn't you get sent off for tackling me late professional foul when you played for the Dragons? And do you remember that? So I made a break down the field. Yeah. I made a break down the field, and Cheeky like cover tackled me and laid on too long. I'm like scrawny little thing in my blue headgear, like, yeah. Cheeks like walking on. I didn't know her then, but then when I played with you, I was like, oh my God, I remember.
So funny.
Are you banging her out about the headgear? What about when you used to wear headgear?
That was for school, we had to. I didn't choose to wear that. But you played Newcastle.
Yeah, in a blue headgear.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah, that is
Criminal.
crazy.
There you go. Going back, you were just saying you were a massive nerd. You used to do that instead of footy.
Yeah.
Koenig was telling me what ATAR you got last night. Can you?
I swear you got in the 90s.
Oh, I actually can't even remember.
Yeah,
my mum was a school teacher.
Yeah,
so
talk to us about Adele.
Adele. Growing up, yeah, obviously mum being a school teacher, like I sat my scholarship test for grammar in year 3. Like she was grinding me hard from like kindergarten. But I used to be such a nerd. In the school holidays, I would miss school. So I would make fake homework for myself. And do the homework. And then I obviously went to the private school, which was not a sport focus. I did like musical theatre, drama, like I was so. I still do that stuff, but yeah, I was.
Did
not
Ethan
sporty.
go to school like that, or?
So Ethan went to just like regular public school, and
Just
then
a regular school, didn't you get in?
sorry, I was trying to remember. That's
Like
why
the
I said
rest
that.
of us.
Yeah.
Regular
I think
public
he
school.
went to Tumbyumby, and then he went to the sports school, and then he didn't do any work for the whole year, and then dropped out before the presentation because he hadn't done any work, and then luckily he ended up going to Canberra. So, but if he hadn't made footy, he'd be a barber. But
A barber.
that's
A landscaper.
Well,
no way. I'll
Keeley
the landscaper out of us too.
sounds like someone on this show right now.
It does. Everybody's got different paths, you know?
What was it like going to grammar school? You know, I feel like I only know like 2 people from the Central Coast that go there.
Yeah, and they're all like special. I mean, we used to get bullied so hard when we'd because Terrigal was kind of the school that we'd associate with, like the kids there.
Yeah.
And as soon as everyone heard out you're from grammar, you just get ripped.
Grammar was just
Right,
like the private school because it was down near Terrigal
It
Way.
looks like Hogwarts uniforms.
Genuinely.
It's
and
I want to see a
seriously-
photo
it was just
of
you
you
like
at school.
straw hat, blazer, knee length
It was like the
skirt.
unknown, and like that on the Central Coast is so odd.
Yeah.
And so like if you went to grammar, it was just,
like,
what
why?
the hell?
Yeah.
So you've got $1 million.
Or your mum made you do a scholarship test in year 3.
That's so crazy. How, is your mum a primary or
Yeah,
high
she's
school?
a primary teacher.
Yeah, right. And she likes to actually coach her school as well.
Yeah,
Doesn't
well,
she?
have we had the Wolfpack speech? I remember on our Christmas
Yeah.
party, we were probably like 25 drinks in, and she comes out, gets us all in a huddle, and does the Wolfpack speech. Does anyone remember it? 'Cause
Yes, I do.
I've heard
vividly.
about
Go,
it
go Liz.
multiple
Go
times.
Liz.
So this is sort of what Adele from memory tells her 6-year-old kids.
Yeah. And literally at carnivals where like the parents just want everyone to have a go and stuff, and she is like, you're not playing unless you're scoring 3 tries.
And
drop the
she
ball, you're
will
off.
genuinely hook you and say,
She will.
you are
You're
never
cut.
playing again because
You're
you shit.
Tyrone, off. Sorry, you had your chance.
It's cut through.
But all I really remember is a lot of yelling and Adele saying, Wolfpack on 3.
I also remember her start bloody pissing herself laughing 2 minutes into it.
Yeah.
And then that was gone.
Tell us a little bit about Adele, actually. I feel like everyone hears about your dad and Ethan and your life, but tell us about the mother that keeps it all together,
Yeah.
her life
Adele
growing
is
up.
definitely the glue. How my mum and dad actually met is on a night out in England, and mum, I don't know if I'm gonna get in trouble for this, but
can cut it out.
mum actually took him home because she felt bad for him because I think like she's
That's
like
staying in.
she's the life of the party, and he was just
she's English
well,
as well.
we've all seen Dad dance,
Yes.
right? So that's the first problem.
He
so
looks
I
a little
think
bit special.
I think he might have been dancing. He's just got like the whole robot break dancing. I think he thinks he's like
Really cool.
oh gosh. But yeah, he must have been dancing, and then mum seen him, thought he was like 10 years older than he was because his hairline was halfway back his head. And then she, well, the story they always used to tell me is they went home and they just hung out and played video games. So I will stick with that one. But yeah, so they love having a drink together, you know, even I feel like they still do that, get around in Vegas on the
Yeah.
Central Coast together. But yeah, mum, dad actually probably wouldn't be alive just out of like he wouldn't feed himself if mum, like I don't know how he's so high functioning and successful, but he'll like, we'll be ready to go and I hear him on the phone, Adele, where's my top? Adele, where's my shoes?
I was just about to say, your dad gets
the two
by
wrong
because
shoes?
Adele does everything for him.
Yeah.
The stranger will leave their house with 2 left shoes.
Well, he did. He came to a Roosters function and it was the right shoes but different pair of shoes.
Yeah.
But they were both blue, so that's close enough apparently.
Yeah.
Colourblind.
Yeah, she's a good woman. And
He's almost got like one leg that's a little bit longer than the other, so he probably doesn't realise with his shoes that they're wrong. No, this is really...
He's got less cartilage in the knee,
That's
so
what it
it's shrunk him
is.
down.
Yeah, but he still gets in any drill and carves us all up, and it's like...
Except when he
This
didn't
is
have
embarrassing.
boots.
Yeah.
And he just slipping everywhere.
Flipping
That was so
over.
ice skates. I really need better cameras at training
Yeah.
so that we can actually hook that footage into it.
100%.
Absolutely. You've played a few positions. You were playing mainly like wing and centre early on. Now you're in the back row. Are they the only positions you've kind of played? You jump in the middle sometimes to, you know, just help out.
Yes, she
because it
swaps
gets
in with
gets
me.
rough in there. But what position is your favourite, and what do you like the best?
Okay, Rogue, my favourite position, I don't know if it's a position, but when we versed Titans last year and I played both centres and both back rows, that was really fun.
remember that.
was not a fun game because of things that happened, but that was so fun because I'd look over at Kelly and Kelly's like, yep, go over to the left side in back row and now you're right centre and now you're left centre and now you're right back row.
God.
That's
So it kind
actually
of,
a
it makes
headache.
it like interesting
Yeah.
to me.
A
bit of
That
variety.
sounds
Yeah.
like
I like
anxiety.
Yeah.
Because it gives me
Variety.
something else to think about. I'm like, oh, and then, yeah.
Who you next to?
I honestly don't care where I play. But this is Rogue. Hardest position is wing. And I'm going to put that out there right now. Having played wing, centre, back row, wingers cop it so much.
We're giving
I
it
haven't
to you.
played front
We're
row.
judging you right now.
Okay, no.
Judge me, but that I'm
I would
standing
say
on that.
every
No.
position is their hardest in their category. Wing, I obviously.
What is that?
you know,
Wing is the hardest out of wing.
like, yeah, exactly. That is genuinely what I mean. I'm like, wing is hard and front row is hard, but like wing, you have so much pressure, and I would
and
never
if your
want
centre
to.
messes up, like you've just got to go with it or try and solve it yourself, and you're just copping it either way.
Okay, so my problem would be the high balls. I wouldn't want to have to do that, and I would never yell at my teammates if they drop that because I'm like, well, I'm not back there.
Yeah.
No, I've
But
always
until
said
you
I would
make
hate to be a
40
winger.
tackles in the middle. That's a little bit hard.
But you're doing a lot of Ks too, like the sweep backs, and then you don't. I'm not saying physically harder. I'm
So do I.
right now.
I'm running like 6 Ks in a game.
Keeley loves me at training. You should know how much Ks there are.
It is fun.
At training.
I love that. I get to go in there and I'm like, ooh, ooh. But I will say, the pressure of the high balls, not fun. Like, personally, I don't really like that. But like what Koenig said, but
Every
not what
position is
Koenig
as
said.
hard as in its own
It's all got
category.
its hard moments.
When
and
wing's
it's
going
like-
up against wing is
I
hard.
feel like if you mess up as a middle or something, it's like, okay, I can make up for it here. I'm going to go back and attack the game. But then if you mess up as a winger, it's like, oh my God, all you had to do is catch it, put the ball down or whatever.
I
And it's
agree.
not like that, but that's what it seems like on the outside. But then you don't have an opportunity to do that for so long, whereas you can like make up
Or
for
if
your
you have like a
mistake.
bit of head noise early on, you're just gone.
Yeah.
Whereas in the not that I'm in the middle, but say
Well,
one thing,
you're on an edge now.
I'm finding my way in.
Do you
Give me
call
one more
yourself a
year.
middle?
No, well, Dad, whenever Dad says at training, all right, like middle's over there, back's over here, I'm
Yeah,
like, I
which
actually
one?
I still don't know where to go because I don't know which one back row is.
Call yourself a back.
I feel like if they're saying middles or backs, then you'd go to the middles. But if they're saying edge, you'd be an edge.
Yeah.
You know? Anyway.
I just look around
Really
for
good
Aaliyah and
chat
Holly
there.
and they're looking around. And then I go, jog over.
Just a little bit off the field. I was just checking yesterday, and then I think I checked like last night, and I'm like, oh my God, she's gone up like 1,000 or 2,000 followers since I just last checked. What have you got now on Instagram? Like, it is actually
Can you check?
a joke. Not a joke. It's so good. Like, people recognize you, from, you've got your blonde hair, you got the eyelashes, you got the tan, and that's something that you own.
My
and that's
personal
what
branding?
your personal branding. That's what it is. I forgot the word. But talk us through like when you knew that was important and why you pumping
Yeah,
that up.
right. Well, because I never used to. I don't even get lashes in off season. Like
Yeah.
I let my hair just grow out without dyeing it blonde. But it was, I think, when I went to Newcastle, because I played like one game of Roosters before I went to Newcastle, and then because we were going out like every weekend there, I wanted like my lash extensions because they obviously don't come off when you play, and I was fake tanning and dyeing my hair blonde. And then all of a sudden I started getting like a bit of off-field attention because of how I looked. And I was like, oh my gosh. And I think I got like 4,000 followers from like a couple games of just like looking like done up while I play, which I'd never even thought about before. And it wasn't even to like be on TV playing like that. It was literally because we were going out like straight after it all the time.
2 for 1.
And then I started getting like a couple of brand deals and I was like, oh my gosh, like this is really working for me. So then I've just kept it since then, and it's definitely working and keeping the brand deals flowing. But it's just a in-season thing now, a bit of a strategic. But
No, because I remember like last year I was like, oh, Jazz, like you haven't got your. I said something about your hair or your eyelashes, and you were like, yeah, I've got to go get them done though. It's for my personal brand. And I'm like, she's owning it. I love it. It's
so funny.
It's like a part of your work uniform now. Like that's just
I feel like it's literally a character.
Is that tax deductible?
Yes. Don't tell my tax man, but it is.
you can you can claim
is.
whatever works. But it's definitely also a like look good, feel good. Everyone likes to like play good, how it's like.
You don't want to look rank on the field, that's for sure.
Well,
So
I feel like 9 times out of 10 I look rank on the field. So
I'm with you.
I feel like next year I'm going to definitely take the Jazz
I tell you
approach.
what I've noticed from coming into the back row is my hair doesn't stay perfect anymore. So when I was at night, on the wing, I wouldn't even redo my hair. I'd just go out with it up, like slicked up, because it was still perfect from the game.
And you had
because
your
I didn't-
bobbles?
Yeah,
Aaron,
I had
your bobbles?
Yeah, I had my bobbles, had my bow. It was perfect. Now I'm like 10 minutes into the game. I see myself on camera. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So
Switching back next year.
No, don't put that in the universe. I'm so happy where I am.
Yeah. And also, obviously, apart from that side of things, you're like killing it on social media. I don't have TikTok, but I'm sure you're killing it on TikTok. Is that like the same thing?
Yeah, it's pretty much Instagram.
Do you just post the same stuff on both, or is that
a bit
like
more rogue on TikTok, I reckon.
Right.
But yeah, Instagram's more like curated. It matters how your feed looks, whereas TikTok, you just
post
spam it,
whatever?
Post whatever. Yeah.
Okay, interesting. Do we have TikTok, Charlie, for the podcast? Oh, there you go. We do have TikTok.
That was
Another
Really
old.
showing your age, I know.
It's really old.
Oh my God.
Anyway, another thing that you do on the side as well, Keeley, like you're just laughing at me. You can jump in any time. But anyway, my back is actually getting sore. Not from this baby.
TikTok, Charlie.
Anyway, another thing that you do on the side is tiny tackles. So tell us about that. When did you start it and why?
Well, I was in uni to be a high school science teacher.
What?
And I remember like going and just being in schools and just not really liking it and working for other people and things like that. And I've always like loved working with kids and little kids and obviously have my footy background. So I just thought, you know what, I'm going to start my own thing, combine it. And then, I think it was sort of early last year, I started designing it. And Tiana Davison, who I lived with last year because she was with us, she actually works with me now doing it in Newcastle. So it's really cool that she's been there from the very start when I like came up with the idea, and I was drawing like drills on like paper because I'm like, okay, what can a 2 and 3-year-old comprehend doing and what's good for their gross motor and things like that. But I just started it, and it was really good. I went on Freddie and the 8th and they did a massive plug for it as well, which was really cool. But just especially with my social media background, I use that to market it, which is awesome. So I've just combined all of my skills. And I actually love it. Like every single time I go there, I just am so happy. All of the staff are so happy because the kids are genuinely so cute. They love it. The parents love it. I haven't even explained what it is. Rugby clinics for 2 to 5-year-olds. That was a guessing game for everyone.
That's all right. The suspense.
Rugby clinics for 2 to 5-year-olds. And
So
even in
cute.
Magic Round, a few of the kids that come to our Valo clinic were there. And they just get so excited because they didn't know who we were, but now they've started watching us on TV.
That is
so
crazy.
It's really cute for them.
Do you see yourself doing that when you're older? Like, is that something you want to continue doing once you
I'll definitely keep building it. You know, I could have scaled it quicker than I have, but I've wanted to make sure that it's a genuine quality program. You have the right people involved, and
100%.
I'll definitely expand that as I get older.
So if you never got into footy and you said you were going to be a high school science teacher for some odd reason.
Well, I wanted
Jasmin,
to be a
the
scientist.
sex. Imagine you walking into like
sexy side.
this year 8 boys class.
I wanted to be a scientist.
So is that like in a high school? Or
No, so I only did teaching, like the teaching units, because
Of your
you
mum.
can't do field. No, because you can't do field studies and play footy. So I was already playing footy when I went to uni. So field studies is like going to a cave in a different country and like sampling bats.
Oh
So
my
like,
God.
I couldn't do that if I was playing footy. So I was like, you know what? I love science, but I can't actually do the practical side of it. So I'll just teach
Okay,
it.
what ATAR did you get?
I can't remember.
No, yes you can.
You're actually
because
lying.
I can
That
remember.
was like 75 years ago.
You know what? People who can't remember are people like me because they're not worth mentioning.
It's a mystery.
Okay, say hot or cold. 90.
Hot.
I'm hot and I got over 90 in my ATAR.
So with the science thing, like I actually have no idea what scientists do. Like, is there all different departments of it? Like,
Yeah, so there's like biology, chemistry,
What was your
physics,
interest?
biochem. So a combination of biology and chemistry.
So what was the dream job to test bats? Is that, no, like a
yeah,
being serious?
you just do different things like infectious disease. I really liked studying that. So so you would go.
That is so
Look that up.
Sorry, when I was
Yeah.
telling the girls that you got like a 95, 97 ATAR, 95?
higher.
97.
She's like,
97.
please stop it.
99. Anyway, I mentioned it was in the 90s. We were all gobsmacked. We're like the 50s.
Oh, wow.
We were just like, go you, honestly.
But like, you have one or the other. Common sense or book smart.
But yeah.
Don't say you have both, girl.
I thought you were going to say something else, and I was going to say I looked like a proper nerd.
You've got the looks or you've got the brains.
Because I remember, because I, growing up, and you can vouch for this, I've had a little bit of a glow up since then. I remember showing Jade at nights because I was telling her, I'm like, no, I have head noise. I got heavily bullied for being ugly growing up.
No, it's
character. Oh my God, I remember this.
So
it's character bullying.
It is.
And then I showed Jade because she was like, no way, you didn't. And Jade just goes, oh. And I would have only been 15 as well.
I actually remember this. So we used to
Everyone was
carpool.
ugly when they were 15.
We used to carpool to Newcastle before we all had our license when we were 16. Adele used to take us in the big Pajero. Did you have a four-wheel drive or something?
Oh, I don't know.
Anyway, she
don't
used
remember
to
much,
take
girl.
us, and you actually told us about how you get bullied because you were dating your boyfriend of 6 years. Remember that?
Your brother?
No. That's another one. Yes, my brother and Daz dated.
No, the one before. Yeah.
The one before, I feel like it was 2 boyfriends before when we were really young.
I think yeah.
That's when she was
anyways.
going through a little ugly phase.
Yeah, definitely. That was the headgear phase as well. Yeah. Far out.
You know what? She was focusing on her studies, all right? And now
was.
look at the one who's killing it, Jazz.
Nobody actually cares how you look when you're 15.
No.
Well, Keely really did care how she
when
looked
you're
when she was
20. Nobody cares what you look like
Oh,
when you're
yeah.
15, now.
Do you ever think that you'll combine your business idea with your science knowledge and brain smarts and all that?
I have an idea for you.
Okay, go.
All right. So you get
Wait, is
these
this what
2 to
we're talking
5 year
about?
olds,
Oh.
similar 2 to 5 year olds, right? You test them through
Fake
your little
tan.
program. No, you get them through your program, and you can develop them. You can be like, sweet, this kid, he can be or she can be an NRLW player. You can have a little system where you work out if they're going to make it or not.
Well, I actually
brutal.
Genetically, you know what I mean?
Genetically? Are you
So Keely wants to genetically modify 2 and 5 year olds. And then
This
see
is
how
the
they-
coach coming out of Keely.
Asada
then
doesn't
she-
come to our clinics yet, so
No, and then she's going to say,
Yeah.
send me their numbers.
I want them at my school. No, well, when I started Equal Edge Sports Development, I wanted to call it Equity Edge. So I'm coming at gaps in
Sorry.
participation in.
Is this your tiny tackles?
Yeah, so Tiny Tackles is a section of Equal Edge.
Okay.
So I wanted to target gaps in participation and development in rugby league from socio-cultural factors like gender, even race, location, everything. So there's a statistic that by the time boys and girls reach high school, boys have passed tens of thousands more passes than girls just by socio-cultural factors, so it's not normalised. So that's pretty much why I wanted to come at it from an equitable standpoint and put girls and boys together from such a young age so that it normalises that and decreases that gap
Jazz.
as they get older.
Can you just go over a couple of those words? I don't know if Keely caught on. She needs the dictionary.
I got it all.
Hey Siri, what?
That is, but seriously, that's genuinely thinking beyond just give the girls a go. But
Yeah.
it's a big part of it is you're putting them together,
Yeah.
boys and girls, so that
Sorry, Siri's actually just come up. Sorry.
That was cheeky.
Siri did actually get
on the
up.
table.
No, I was just about to say that you've actually done the background work for not just starting a business and to, that's something you enjoy, but you've really researched into what is
Yeah.
needed in community, and that's the most important thing. So yeah.
Yeah, well, I
hats off to you,
definitely,
Jazz.
because Equal Edge, I will do rural and remote, I'll do girls clinics, and I wanted to do NDIS as well, but that's down the track. But yeah, there's lots of things, that's why I just created that. And then Tiny Tackles was the first. We did vacation care clinics. What about Lockie the legend coming with me to do the vacation care clinics?
Oh,
Yeah, our assistant coach Lockie, he's actually a
Lockie.
champ. He comes and helps me at Tiny Tackles as well.
what a
Oh.
legend.
He's so good with the kids as well. I didn't know he's a qualified teacher.
Yes.
What?
Yeah, he went to uni. He's a qualified teacher.
I had no idea.
And he's out here coaching us.
And he's
girls.
out here,
Assistant
one
coaching.
from one, full time, Head coach.
One from one head coach.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good
How
record.
good. It's just so good to have good people that are helping and, you know, the people that you want involved with what you're doing. And it also gives you and them flexibility. They're all footy players as well. They're all on similar schedules. Like, it's kind of like what we do with our Game Changer program and having the right people there and then fitting it into your routine.
That was really important to me, and I think a big part of why I wanted to do it as well is a lot of our marketing is that it's coached by NRLW players. But what was happening was I saw a lot of males creating like girls clinics, and they would market it as coached by NRLW players, and then they would be paying us like not that much money to come along, but they'd be making heaps of money from it. So they're profiting off of our personal brands.
Yeah.
So that's why I really wanted to create this and actually pay the girls properly for their time, because I don't think a lot of the girls realise how powerful having them at our clinics actually is.
100%.
So having those NRLW girls, even the fringe girls, and paying them properly for what they're actually worth was really important to me as well.
So what's the Tiny Tackles schedule for the rest of the year?
We're about to launch 4 more clinics. So if you just follow our Instagram, Tiny Tackles, you'll be able to sign up.
I can't wait.
Plug, girls.
Seriously, 2 to 5 year olds, this 2 years' time, I'm enrolling. And then you can do your little test to see, Keeley. Keeley will be there with like a little tape measure, pass, like
strength.
Pounds out of the ball at him.
Oh God. And you guys head up to the Gold Coast this weekend, take on the Titans. It's always hit and miss when we play the Titans. I feel like it has been for the past couple of years.
Just missed lately.
Missed the last 2 times.
It's a little grudge match, you know?
Yeah, it is kind of, isn't it?
It is. I feel like this game we have such a rivalry against each other.
Yeah.
Like, it's always so intense, and
I don't know why though, because aren't you guys friends with all of them?
Yeah, I
it's
feel like
it's
that
strange.
almost adds a little bit more though.
because they knocked us out of a semi-final 2 years ago.
Yeah.
And then we got into a big punch on last year.
Yeah, and
Frezzy
Frezzy and Chapo. Frezzy and
It's
Chapo.
so funny
so
because
funny.
I remember after that, Chapo was like, fuck, Frezzy's bitch. And I'm like, yeah, to other people, you're a bitch. But then when we played Origin this year, they're like 2 peas in a pod, hey? They're just the same side of the, same face of the
Jamie
same
and
court.
Jamie.
Yeah, they're literally the
it's
exact
just the
same
name
person.
beef.
So it's so funny that they're friends now. So
is.
lucky Frez isn't playing.
Yeah. God, I remember we were warming up inside last year. We went from this kind of weather, like it was so cold in Sydney. Then we went up there. Remember how hot it was?
Yes.
It was like 30
That was
plus
unreal.
degrees,
On
middle
in
of the
that
day.
stadium, I was actually cooking. Like I should have put much more sunblock on because
It was
I
like
was
35 degrees inside the stadium.
Yeah.
What they had tested, like, you know, and it's just a
It's
different-
hotter in.
Yeah.
Oh, my
Well, it's
definitely
raining
helps.
this time. So
Is it raining up there?
I think it's going to
Oh,
be
that's
like
good.
just a little sprinkle 5 mil.
Nice.
That's not bad.
just maybe exactly 5 mil.
Just 3 to 5.
I'm just going to get up the games for this.
Why are you
trip.
doing that? I
Yeah.
just want to talk about something.
Yeah.
So
jump in
Magic
any
Round.
time.
What did we think of it at Newcastle? Obviously, the weather is like shocking. You can't help that. That is just what happened. But any suggestions for next year, location wise?
Keep it there. It's sold out. Both Saturday definitely sold out. I heard Sunday
Really?
was sold out as well. Yeah. But there like 6,000 people still came on the second day in that atrocious weather. Like that is unreal from the Newcastle like community.
Yeah.
Like
They were all, everyone was up in those,
yeah.
and so many people that I'd spoken to, they were like, "Yeah, we're not going."
Well, I wouldn't have gone.
No.
There's no way I would have gone.
I can't believe people were hanging around on the fence when we finished.
Well, even with the lightning strike, I was like, "Oh, let's give everyone more of a reason to leave." Like,
yeah, seriously. But, you know, that's why you try and get around to them as much as you can because it's just like, I didn't want to be out there. I can't believe you guys were out here. Like, that's
Very true.
ridiculous.
I reckon it's good for the venues as well because the whole kind of point of Magic Round in Brizzy is for get around it with your mates and have a good time after as well. And I think Newcastle definitely has all of those facilities as well. A few pubs around there.
on every
pubs.
single corner.
Yeah.
I feel like it's it's hard to judge it and, you know, look at it because of how bad the weather was. I don't know if they're doing it in Newcastle again because
They deserve a redo.
I feel like they deserve a redo, but it's like, oh, what happened the last 2 Origin games? Same thing. But people still do turn up.
Okay, do you think maybe we changed the time of the year then? Like I know we've only got 11 weeks to pick from, but
I feel like it has to be early kind of in the season
Yeah.
so that it's like, you know,
Exciting.
it could even, it's like almost even kick it all off, you know, with Magic Round or something
Yeah.
like that. Just so it's like, creates a buzz, round one, get in and see a team. There's probably player movement, things like that. And you have everyone in one venue. Everyone's like, the broadcasters are all there, you know, because when you're doing all different games at all different venues, like it's hard to have that whole hype there.
Yeah.
So I think round one could be a possibility, but also there's a 3-year deal in place already with like New South Wales government to make it regional. And I do think they're waiting to see the results on Newcastle to then see where they have it. But I even think Wollongong, with the hill at the back, like is a good spot. It's out of Sydney, but it's close enough for people to drive, you know, and make the trip down. Or if they're from Canberra, or if they're from, you know what I mean? Like it's a little still central, but it's a good ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I agree. Wollongong
Beach
would be
right
good.
there.
I didn't know that it had to be in New South Wales for the next 2 years.
Yeah, it
Thinking
does.
Townsville would have been good, but
Mad cow.
but it's not going to really rain that much, you know.
Or it could rain a lot.
Does it rain?
It'll just evaporate.
Yeah.
But no, I like Wollongong. I think if you go on Wollongong route though, like Newcastle, very similar. You could just do
I just
year
feel
on,
like they
year
probably
off.
wouldn't do it again in Newcastle. So it's like for a similar
Yeah.
It's such a shame.
comparison. I know.
How was
Honestly,
commentating in that weather?
it was rough.
You were in a wind tunnel.
We were in the tunnel and like
that's the worst place to be.
it was so messed up. But like, anyway, I wasn't out there playing. I was looking at people literally like there were some injuries, especially in that first game. And I was like, oh God, like you needed the long studs. And I feel like some people didn't play with those. They were slipping. But it was just a good vibe that everyone was in one spot, I feel. Like you could catch up with people at the end of games and things like that. So I liked it. And I think if it was earlier, it'd also work really well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon maybe round 2 because you know round 1 everybody's
Get
like
your first game.
excited,
Yeah.
like independent,
Yeah.
like. But then round 2, round 3, be
100%.
sick.
Yep, agree.
I like it.
Nice skills. Where do you think it should be?
Wollongong.
Oh, well, I was thinking Townsville, but I can't do
Oh,
that.
yeah.
So
Yeah, sorry.
yeah, Wollongong would be sweet. We actually there hasn't been a women's game besides from like Dragons in Wollongong for years. Like I reckon the last one, like there hasn't been a State of Origin or
Yeah,
anything
no,
like
there
that
hasn't.
since like 2019.
2019, that
Test match. Yeah.
So this weekend, kicking off the round, we've got Dragons Sharks. That'll be a good matchup, to be honest. Emma Verron's still out. Tyler King in at fullback. Maddie Studden comes into the halves with Casey Ray. She returns. Tegan Berry still out. Tyra Ekapati, she has been named at fullback again, but last week she played on the wing, made her debut, but Margot Vella is out. I actually think Margot Vella did a really good job in at fullback last
a
week.
great
But
ball runner.
yeah,
She's pretty much their Fres.
Yeah, she's a very good
Yeah.
ball runner.
but she's
Tori
out. I
Shipton
think she's out for
is-
injury.
Yep, few
She's
debuts.
debuting.
Tori Shipton.
She's one of the Tasha girls.
Yep, young hooker, as well as Talia O'Brien.
Crazy. I think that'll be a good matchup. Emma on the extended bench. Wonder if she'll come in.
Interesting. Yep. So that'll be a close one.
Who are we
And
going? You've got to pick.
Yeah.
I'm going Sharks, but it'll be very close. Yeah, Sharks for me.
I don't know.
Sharks.
You going Sharks? Yeah, I think I'm going to go Sharks too.
I was going to go Sharks until everyone went Sharks. I just feel like it'll take a little while to get those few things sorted with the few key spine players for Dragons. And Sharks got like a really ugly win last week, and they will be taking that really seriously, like that they should have won by more, I feel like, that game.
So who are you
So I'm
picking?
going Sharks. Yes. Knights, Tigers. Unfortunately for the Tigers, this just gets even harder. And this is at Mac Jones in Newey. Knights are paying $1.07 and the Tigers are $9.
Oh my god!
I don't think I've seen odds like that in a long time.
Also, has McDonald Jones Stadium recovered?
Yeah, this is the thing. Up in
Wasn't that
Newcastle.
bad? I don't think the field.
Well, Monday and Tuesday, beautiful, sun's out, nice weather. I'm just like, why? Do you hate
ridiculous.
women's footy?
Well, the ground was actually firm. Like, it wasn't mushy ground. It was just a lot of water sitting on top.
yeah.
I think that was the issue. So it didn't look that torn up by the end of it. But
Yeah, it'll be fine. I just think it's raining a little bit over the next like
Okay.
5 days over the weekend. But anyway,
Well, good luck to him. I'm going to tip Knights.
I'm back in Knights as well.
Yep, Knights.
Yep.
But
Oh.
come on, Tigers. Who they play? I don't know who they. I think they've got. Anyway, let's not worry about who Tigers have got the week after. I think it's round 9 Tigers Raiders. So at least one of them will have to have a win.
Yes.
Then.
Yeah.
No, I'm serious. I really don't want one of them to win soon.
They will.
Dogs Warriors. This one's at a core stadium. Let's check the team list. We didn't see Michaela Brake play at Magic Round. She wasn't playing, but she's not named either for this game as well. So hoping she is all right. Looks pretty similar for the Bulldogs.
Okay, I reckon Warriors. Warriors have been playing really, really good. I love how they play. I feel like they've worked out what works for them. And I also think they've had a few additions in their team that have been really good.
Yeah.
So I feel like they're quite similar teams with how they play.
Yeah.
But Warriors, I just think they'll get the job done.
Well, Maliepo has been so good in at 6. She's like playing a 7, like an on the ball 7 almost, like just kind of doing a lot of their kicking, taking control. She's been great.
She needs to as well.
Sorry?
She needs to as well.
Yeah.
She's gone good.
She's very good, yeah.
Yeah,
Need to
I'm
step
going to
up.
go Warriors too.
I feel like Warriors have a lot of strike.
Yeah.
Like, even if some of their plays break down, they still have like off the cuff second phase. They have a lot
Yeah.
of strike.
Yeah. Very rugby-like where they're like,
Yeah.
just keep it alive kind of thing.
Just really strong ball runners that can offload or create something out of just running hard.
And Appy's experience at the back when they're defending, sending everyone everywhere.
Look, I'm just glad we had him round 1, you know?
yeah.
She's so good.
Yeah, Appy is definitely one of their best players. Emanita Pucky's been playing, she's been killing it. I'm probably going to go Dogs though, just because of Taylor Preston's kicking game. I just think she, like, on the weekend, she was the difference on her side, and I think everyone kind of needs to take advantage of that. Like, if your kickers, she's kicked like 40-20s, like not even.
I saw that.
Yeah.
I saw
She had such.
Bulldogs did a little
Yeah, they made
clip
an edit
of her.
Yeah.
She's better than the boys.
Yeah, because their coach said in a press conference, like, she kicks better than the boys sometimes. And I hadn't been watching. And then, anyway, they clipped it up and put in all their kicks, which was so cool.
They were so
and
good, and that
so
is
good.
what changes a game.
Yeah.
Like, and you get a try off the back of that. And because they've got such good forwards, Takaranga Katoa's back and Tuania, like, they're two of their big guns. Good to see Shannon Murdu back after she had a HIA and played the ball backwards. Did you guys see that?
Saw
I
that. Someone clipped that up as well. Saw that on
Yes.
TikTok.
Also saw that they have.
I think they clipped it up themselves.
They did.
Yeah.
They have the funniest social media.
I know.
Yeah.
And they clipped that up, and then they said, even worse, she didn't even get a HIA.
She passed. Jazz is like, Bulldogs, I'm going there. Their social media is killing it. I just think with the forwards that they've got and off the back of not only Taylor Preston, but Ash Quinlan. She
So
has been
underrated.
killing it. And I think they miss her so much at the Raiders.
Yeah.
Like she left, Uppy obviously went back to Warriors, and it's like they're two very underrated players, and I feel like Canberra have missed them a
Ash
lot.
Quinlan is so underrated. I get to play with her at Maldives every year.
True.
And like, she actually chops people in half.
Oh,
as
yeah.
well.
Yeah.
She's such a good
tackler,
defender.
yeah.
She's a freakish attacker.
Yep.
Yeah.
So good. Imagine not having to like bend your, like, obviously she bends back, but like not having to get low. She's just in the perfect height to cut anyone in half. And obviously that takes, ticker and like just no fear, but it would be so nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Anyway, let's round these games out. We've got Titans Chooks. Probably Titans for that one.
Yeah.
Cheers, mate.
Kidding. Of course, I'm backing you guys. Raiders Bronx.
Another $9.107.
Oh, it's the same odds. There. Yeah, exactly.
I wonder if they'll have the same odds when they verse each other, Tigers and Raiders.
Oh.
Would it just be like, it'd just be like
$4 each. Is that how it
No,
works?
it'd be like $1.05 each, like because it's like.
I don't know how these odds work.
Oh, Keeley. And she was the one talking about how she's like, I don't have book smarts, but I'm common sense smart.
Just wants to be included in the bet combos.
Sorry.
She's not a punter.
Yeah, not a punter.
Look, I think that one's down in Canberra. And we did see a lot of improvement from the Raiders.
Yeah.
0-0 at half time. And then they end up losing 18-0. But that is definitely the closest they've gone. They had conceded 150 points in the first 4 games. So that
the Broncos.
is. Oh, yeah. Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely Broncos. You guys?
$1.90 each, the next one.
Yeah, I'll go Bronx.
Nice.
Sorry.
Close. Look at all the stats now.
Yeah. This one will be a good one. Eels, Cowboys. Obviously, Kennedy Charrington came back for the Eels off the bench, created that impact like we
She's good
know
off
that
the
she
bench.
would. And then
Yeah, she's
River-
out this
she's
week.
out.
she's out this weekend, yeah. I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. With that head knock, so we're hoping that she is all right. But River Lialo has been playing so well, and she's like 18 years old, playing big minutes and really maturing as a player. So, and Elsie Albert, love her.
The little chip, and I
I
really
love
wish
Elsie.
she regathered that and scored. That would have been amazing.
That was so good.
So good. It was so
Good on
funny
her.
that she was in hooker and dummy.
I know.
Come on.
Well, they overchased, so she actually had to. Like, and then for her to put it on the toe, she just needed to bend the knees and pick it up. But she didn't. But so
Who
good.
cares? It was still a good result.
I
wasn't
bloody
it?
love it.
And
Like,
also her try was just like,
That was
Unbelievable.
crazy.
she was mad because somebody got her in the clipped her in the face.
Yeah.
So then she was steaming
like,
onto
yeah,
that
I
ball.
know.
She was like,
Someone touched me in the gym. I know. She literally bumped off 5 players to score. It was like it was
it
the
was a
same as
Hawley
the
try.
Hawley
It was
try.
genuine.
Hawley try.
It was
That's
like in
all
the
I was
same
thinking.
spot as well on
Yeah.
the field.
Far out. But kudos to the Tigers. They got up, took the space.
The Dragons.
It was Dragons, sorry,
Yeah.
was it? Yeah.
But they just couldn't do
And
anything about it.
yeah,
I
sorry,
think
I was thinking about Tigers. That was
Elsie
Hawley.
bumped off Ray, a middle, pretty sure the centre.
Yeah.
And then I think maybe even the fullback came in
And
to help.
then
And
it was like the last couple of minutes where they got the try and
it's crazy.
and then they won. So that was a good win from the Eels last week. But
yeah. No, I think this will be a very tight game. Like the odds, what they're paying is pretty reflective. I think, gosh, where's it at? Combank.
Combank.
I've got Eels then.
I've got Eels at Combank too.
Yep, I'm jumping on the train.
You know what?
Ooh.
I might go Cowboys
Yeah.
just to shake
Yeah.
things up a
Nice.
little bit.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Lovely. Well, another round of NRLW. And also just a quick shout out. We're going to be in here next week, but Keely Davis plays her 50th
Oh, that's
NRL
next
game
week.
next week. I know, but like, give her a little
No,
clap.
I don't want no class.
and Izzy.
Do you know that there was 3 games in the first couple of years.
Yeah.
So like,
People don't understand that, or when they hear like how many Origin games the girls have played,
it's like
they're
that
like there
one
was
a year.
one for like 10 years.
ever. Yeah.
I also said this is, I was like, yes, let's celebrate. And she goes, no, don't be ridiculous. But they celebrated in the
They
men's.
celebrated in men's 50 NRL games.
Yeah, well, then we need to stop celebrating 40,
And-
I reckon. Because it's like, bang.
Well,
We
who
never celebrated
who
your
celebrated
40th?
40? Some people have, and if they
Cheeky
want to,
celebrated her 40.
but like we've never done it at the Roosters, and I feel like
It's
50
never
is
been
such a milestone, considering you've been playing since 2018,
Yeah.
and the first, was it 3 years?
So it's you and
3 years.
Izzy.
Yeah, mean is.
That's
But
crazy.
touch wood, I don't want to talk about
And
it.
Dally
until I'm there.
Brigginshaw as
Oh,
well.
Ali Brigg. Love that.
OGs
Old
from
girls.
the start. 3 games a year, and if you made the grand final, 4.
Yeah, see, and we didn't make the grand final.
Wow.
But touch wood, I feel like I'm not happy you've jinxed me on that.
Oh, I just wanted to let our listeners know.
I
they're proud of
appreciate
you.
it, but I've still got to get through 49. You know?
Okay, sorry.
I have bad
Cut that
feeling
part
now.
out,
touch,
Charlie.
Touch wood. Oh, gosh.
Anyway, thank you, Jazz, for coming in. Appreciate it. I know it's so early, but now, hey,
And
you're
go
the
back
best
to
part of your
sleep.
day. No, you're off to see your
Yeah, I'll
grandma.
go hang out with my grandma.
Nice.
Good old Lansvale. Can't wait.
Oh,
Cute.
Love
beautiful.
that. It's so good. Thank you for coming in. Appreciate your time. Good luck this weekend, ladies, and see you when I see you.